Probably what
So,
happened.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then this morning we only have you for half the time because you're big timing us. Something about a meeting with the governor of Georgia or something, so you don't have time for us. I mean, you're just getting big time. You're too big time for us now.
Well, these things happen. Yeah, I've got. I'm having breakfast with a group that's having breakfast with the governor here. So yeah,
So this isn't a Galen Unall one-on-one then.
there's going to be six of us.
Well, it's close enough.
I've met him a couple of times. Yeah, I don't. He'll know my face. He won't remember my name, but he knows my face.
You know, I try not to remember your name a lot, but it just doesn't seem to work.
Well,
Doesn't seem to work.
that's right.
Does not seem
No,
to work. Hey,
not at all.
so something happened last night that's got the sports world in an uproar that I think, and I'm a traditionalist, so I'm not near as upset with it. I think it's part of what makes the game mysterious. A check swing called third strike to end the game in San Francisco last night as the Los Angeles Dodgers win 2-1 to advance to the National League Championship Series to face the Atlanta Braves. He didn't swing the bat, Galen, but he got rung up anyway. And people are like, well, that should be reviewed. I was listening to news this morning, ESPN this morning, Fox Sports 1 this morning. Everybody was saying that should be reviewable. That should be, and I understand. I get on officials. I stay on officials. I really, I'm not having any love for officials. But part of the mystique of baseball is that, that call that the umpire makes that's a judgment call. And does he get it wrong sometimes? Sure. It costed St. Louis Cardinals the World Series in '85. It cost a Detroit Tiger pitcher a perfect game. These kind of calls where the umpire blew it, let's be honest. But that's part of baseball to me. And I just, even though, and the reason I brought this, the reason I'm talking about this is I was distraught last night. I was like, God, I wanted to play the Giants. I'm sitting there. But that's part of the beauty of baseball is somebody sitting on their couch going, ugh, I feel like I just got punched in the stomach. To me, that's part of the beauty of the game. Am I wrong that everybody shouldn't be in a big uproar over this check swing that wasn't a check swing?
Yeah, I've looked at it a couple of times now. I've seen the different angles. It depends on what a check swing is. I think he went, because the rule I think is like he offered at the ball.
He did not offer at the ball.
Right. Oh, see, I disagree because he didn't break his wrist, but I thought he offered at the ball.
And that's what I'm talking. And that's the beauty of what I'm talking about. We saw the same play. We both see it differently, but that's part of this game. That like I do not like. I'm a big opponent of that pitch box. I hate that pitch box on the TV. I just first off, it's not straight away in center field. It's a little off. So it's part of baseball is blown calls to me. It just is.
Well, and again, if this is reviewable, then balls and strikes are reviewable.
Right. Exactly.
Let's stop. Let's just stop. I don't like review as it is. So, no, let's just move on from that. But again, it's two incredibly good baseball teams, and one of them is going to have to lose.
Yeah,
that's what it came down.
The team that lost won 109 games. The team that won has won 110 games now.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
When they've won 110 and 52. That's the Dodgers right now.
Well,
no, they're not. They're 110.
Now.
They're 110 and like 60 something. Yeah. Because of the game.
Good luck now. You've woken them up now. The Braves are in trouble.
Braves are winning in 6. You heard me.
I love it. Because that means my Red Sox have a chance with the Astros.
You heard me. No, we're having an all Boston World Series, pal.
That would be awesome.
Oh, can you imagine the quality of radio if that happens?
We can make it happen.
Oh,
All we need is each of our teams to win 4 more games.
If that happens, the quality of radio between me, the guy that likes the best team in baseball, the Atlanta Braves, and you, a guy who likes the second best team in baseball, the Boston Red Sox, oh, it'll be gold, Jerry, gold.
I love it. I love it. I mean, we'll both be dead tired from watching the game.
Oh, dead tired.
5.5 hours. Because, they start at 7
And the thing is,
or 8 o'clock.
and I used to catch so much flack from my buddies when I was growing up, all. Did you growing up, they'd say, what's your favorite baseball team, Atlanta Braves? But I'm real fond of the Boston Red Sox, too. You can't have 2 teams. I go, yeah, I got one in the National League, one in the American League. Was that wrong of me to have that?
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, because all you're really doing is hedging your bet.
My loyalty rides with the Braves. If they're playing the Red Sox, just like when Florida and Georgia Southern played. Everybody knows I'm a Gator fan. There was no Gator fandom in me that day that Georgia Southern was playing Florida. I was on the Georgia Southern sideline, and every bit of my body said Florida must go down to defeat. So I understand, even if I have some loyalty one way or the other, where my true loyalty lies. If the Braves and Red Sox play in the World Series, I'm pulling for the Braves and hoping the Red Sox lose every game. But it doesn't mean they can't be my favorite. But it doesn't mean they can't be my favorite team in the American League.
So you just want a sweep now. All right, you're getting jealous. You're getting greedy.
I want the Braves to win every time the Braves go out there. I want them to go 162-0. Are you kidding me?
Boy, wouldn't that be something?
That would be the talk. That would be the talk. But I mean, did you not like? I'll give you a prime example. I'm a Falcons fan. Ride or die with the Falcons, and it's usually die because they're terrible. As a franchise, since they came into the league, they're much worse than they are good. But on the other side of football, I love me some Chargers. I just do. Dan Fouts and Don Coryell got me going with the Chargers back in the 70s. And so in the AFC, if the Chargers are playing and they're not playing the Falcons, I'm pulling for the Chargers.
Well, and they have by far, in a way, the best uniform in all of sports.
Oh, the powder blue with the gold bolts? Oh, that's the best uniform,
beautiful.
period.
In all of sports. And so, I've lived in San Diego, and I am a fan of the San Diego Superchargers.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been to 5 or 6 games when I lived out there, because they used to give them away because they were so bad.
Yeah.
They would just come onto the boat and say, "Do you want to go to the Chargers game?" Sure.
Yeah. It's like Winn-Dixie. It's like Winn-Dixie for years gave away tickets to the Jaguars game, and they still couldn't sell the place out.
Nope.
And I'm not.
People were like, it's not worth going because of the cost of parking. Think about that.
Well, I think it's not worth going to because you got to go into downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hey, so I will tell you this. Yesterday I saw a article written by the sports editor for the Philadelphia Inquirer, and he listed the worst baseball parks from the worst to the best baseball parks. Number 25 on the list of baseball parks, number 25 out of 32, Truist Field in Atlanta. And he said, it's a great ballpark, it's brand new, it's lovely, and it's in a business park. It's in a business complex off of Cobb Parkway. There's no way to get to it. It's ridiculous where it's located, and that's why it's 25th on the list. I happen to agree with the young man. And here's what I bring this up for. The 32nd stadium on the list, the first stadium listed as the worst stadium in the major leagues, according to this sports editor at the Philadelphia Inquirer, Tropicana Field. Looks like you got another fan in another person backing you on it's the worst baseball park in the major leagues.
Nobody disagrees, Tom. It's not an argument. I'm just stating a fact. It is a terrible ballpark. What did he have as the best stadium?
Yankee Stadium.
The new one?
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. I haven't been there, but I I have it on people that I really trust. There's like it's
It's
great.
next level. I've heard it's next level.
Yeah, it's like you go into the new Cowboy Stadium. It's awe. When you walk in, you're like, oh, yeah.
You know what? You know what he said was the third best stadium in baseball?
What's that?
Fenway Park.
Yeah, well, Fenway's done so many renovations. The seating is a little quirky, but without the history, nobody would want to go.
Well, that's the same thing.
Without the
And
Green
Wrigley
Monster
Wrigley Field was in the top 5, and he said the reason that the Fenway and Wrigley were in the top 5 was not only are they okay ballparks, they've done renovations. They've Wrigley's done renovations, Fenway.
Yeah.
But the story that goes with the two parks.
Of course, there's history there, and if there's one sport in which history really matters, it's baseball.
Yes.
Right, and that's why people got upset about the steroids. It wasn't that they were eating steroids; it was that they were destroying the game of baseball in their mind.
So we need to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to ask you something that I don't know the answer to, but I'm going to ask you because I'm sure you know the answer to it. We'll talk about it after this break. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Galen Unall joins us as he does every day. He's only with us for another 10 minutes, though, so let's get back out to the phone line to him. Galen, I don't know an answer to this question, but I'm going to ask you because you are in Georgia. You're meeting with the governor today for breakfast. Are you returning today from Georgia?
Yeah. We got a football game. Bellevue takes on Pasco. Pasco hasn't won a game, and Bellevue's red hot. This is their final tune-up before a big district and county matchup between Bellevue and Vanguard.
My question was, you're going to be on the call tonight for the Bellevue High School football game, and the answer is an affirmative in the yes column. So there we go. Bellevue, Pasco's 0-6. They forfeited to Lakeland Lake Gibson. A forfeit. That's something you don't hear about a whole lot in high school football. But the Pirates forfeited to Lakeland Lake Gibson. They went scoreless in their first 4 games. They moved to independent status after those 4 games. They left District 5, 6A, and the Pirates then forfeited their next 2 games to Vanguard and Lakeland. So this is a team that hadn't played a football game in 3 weeks that Bellevue's playing.
Yeah, and it's homecoming for Bellevue, which, as you know, is always a bit of a distraction. So it's an important week for Bellevue because the whole county is looking forward to the Bellevue Vanguard game. So this will be the first time the Bellevue's had a shot at the King, right? I mean, we look back. Dunelland's had a shot at the King. Last year they beat them. The year before that it was Dunellen beat them. The year before that, Dunellen couldn't beat Vanguard. The year before that, North Marion couldn't beat Vanguard for the title. So Vanguard's been at the king of the mountain for a long time, and Bellevue's getting their first shot at them. And again, whoever wins this game wins the district. So there's a lot on the line in 2 weeks. But right now, it's Bellevue Rattlers against Pasco.
Is this one of these games though, because Pasco's coming in, hadn't played in 2 weeks with forfeits? It looks like Bellevue could sleepwalk through this game and win. Is this one of those games where Brady Ackerman's going to have to make sure his kids understand they still got to play a football game? Because this is one of those games you hear about, even though the teams look nothing alike, records are nothing alike and all. You start looking past the team, it could cause issues.
I've seen some of the film on Pasco, and there's not a lot there. They don't have a lot of kids to play. They pretty much decided, all right, we're not going to compete anymore, so we're just going to go independent, which is pretty shocking. So they're no longer a member of the FFSAA, whatever the heck.
So they don't have to deal with George Tomlin's BS anymore. I like it.
That's correct, which isn't a bad route.
I like it.
But again, I think we're in for a running clock, and I think it'll be closer than it should be. But it should still get to a running clock. It just may take longer.
Vanguard.
And I like this Bellevue team. There are some real pieces that I like a lot. They're not as good as Vanguard, but even any given Friday at high school, you never know what can happen.
Well, Vanguard travels to Lecanto, 3-3 Lecanto. This is a game that the Knights should win pretty easy, I think.
They should dominate this game. And again, Vanguard's good. Every year somebody's got a reason why Vanguard's not going to win. Every season. And every season they find a way to win. The front seven of the Vanguard Knights on defense is better than any front seven I've seen on film, maybe ever. I've done a lot of high school football games. Watched a lot of film. That front seven, there's not a single weakness in it. They've got two nose guards that get after it. They've got defensive ends that are fast, and they've got linebackers who just want to kill you.
Sounds like my kind of team.
To watch.
Sounds like my kind of team.
They are, and their defense is better than their offense. So, and their offense is just catching up. The weakness is always with Vanguard is their offensive line, but again, we'll find out, in 2 weeks between Bellevue and Vanguard. Should be a great game. A
team that's 0-6 travels to Apopka, 4-2. Westport goes to Apopka, but the Wolfpack, if you like what happened against Lake Brantley, because the Wolfpack were in that game, they lost at 21-14, but you saw some good things from that game. Can that carry over and make this a competitive game against Apopka?
I sure hope so. It's a program I like a lot. Love to coach. There's a lot of players there that I have a lot of respect for. So they need a win, and this could be their week. Let's see. But they need a win.
And a Apopka team that usually is not 4-2, they're usually much better than this. The Blue Darters, really they usually are. So I think that if they can continue with the improvements that we saw against Lake Brantley, this could be an interesting football game for Westport.
Well, the offense has to keep clicking, and that all starts with Gavin Savito. He's got to make the right reads, has to make a good throw, and the defense has to keep him in it. And the wide receivers need to make one guy miss and score a long touchdown and shock them a little bit.
Finally, Tallahassee Leon, 1-4, 0-2 in the district, come in to play Forest, 2-4, 0-1 in the district. The Lions were beat by Lincoln last week. Leon was beat by Lincoln last week, 42-0, while the Wildcats defeated Leesburg 29-6. I think this is a chance where Forest can get a little closer to 500.
It's a long drive, right?
Tallahassee's got to make that drive. It's a long way.
Yeah, and that matters in high school football more than anything else because these kids go to school all day, right? They're sitting around.
Yeah, they'll get out. They'll probably get out about noon, get on the bus about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and start the trip over.
Right, and depending on if it's a yellow bus or a charter bus.
It'll be a yellow hound. I'm pretty sure it'll be a yellow hound.
Then add an hour to it.
Oh yeah, and they're coming down. They're not going to come down.
27.
They're not going to come down 10.75. They're coming down 27 exactly.
Correct. And I've been on that bus ride, going the opposite direction, and it can't be worse because there's two to a seat. Everybody kind of stinks because they're at that age where everything stinks. You can't charge anything. And sometimes the coaches collect your phones, which is really terrible.
Yeah.
So it'll be a rough trip.
I made the trip when I played in football in Jacksonville. We had to go play Leon at Leon. And to go from Jacksonville to Tallahassee on a yellow hound, brother, down I-10 was no fun at all. I mean,
you don't want to go more than 65 miles an hour because the bus starts rattling.
The yellow hound rattles. It's a horrible way to transport football teams, and we traveled. I don't know how Leon travels, but we traveled. The band went with us. The cheerleaders went with us. We had a parents' bus that went with us. Oh, so you went in this caravan. So you only went as fast as the slowest bus. So,
it's brutal.
High school football alive and well in Marion County with the games this week. But you're right, the game everybody's keyed in on is next Friday, Vanguard and Bellevue, as Bellevue takes their shot, like you said, at the champs. Hey, Galen, tell us where the Bloodmobile is today.
Yeah, hey, the Bloodmobile, we're at the place called Roses. It's right across the street from Target. So come see us there, and as always, get out there, give the gift of life and donate blood, and save 3 lives. And tonight, broadcast starts at 7, and the kickoff is at 7:30. Should be a good time.
Galen Newnoff from Life South, brought to you by Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Penn Flooring, and Just Ship. Galen, talk to you Monday.
All right, bye all.
We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to the 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
On Thursday, a spokesperson for President Clinton said the 75-year-old has been hospitalized at the University of California Irvine Medical Center in Orange since Tuesday. He was feeling weak and was admitted for a non-COVID-related infection. He's been getting antibiotics through a drip, and reports say that he is feeling better. A new report is exposing President Biden's Attorney General Merrick Garland may have a conflict of interest over critical race theory. Garland is the man who wants to label parents as domestic terrorists for being boisterous at school board hearings around the nation. A Freedom of Information Act request by America First Legal has revealed Garland's daughter is married to Zan Tanner, who sells critical race theory and gender ideology programs to schools for profit. The Buccaneers beat the Eagles in last night's Thursday night football game in Philadelphia, 28-22. USA Radio News.
If you're concerned about the power grid and want to generate your own supply of off-grid electricity, this will be the most important message you'll hear this year. Here's why. We now have a small number of solar generators back in stock. These emergency backup systems provide life-saving backup power when you need it most. And unlike gas generators, solar generators run quietly, emit no dangerous fumes, and produce an endless supply of free electricity from the sun. Whether it's wildfires, dangerous weather, power grid issues, or just getting off the grid, you'll never have to suffer through painful power outages again. Even better, all this week, radio listeners get over $700 in free off-the-grid bonuses too. Go to mysolarbackup.com to learn more and check availability. That's mysolarbackup.com. Look for the free report, Crisis Cooling, how to make absolutely sure your meat, milk, and medicines stay safe and cool in any power outage. Yours free at mysolarbackup.com.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Good credits, bad credits, it's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, less proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
What are you doing this Saturday, October 16th? Well, how about joining the elite climbers for a rec and competition climb? Or just come out to watch this exciting event. Of course, there'll be food vendors, plus live bands, a kids splash pad, bouncy houses, kids climb, games, and more. Yes, it's fun for the whole family. If you want to compete, it's only $50. Most everything else is free. That's this Saturday, October 16th at Lake Lillian Park in Bellevue from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yep, it's something different.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your